Hello everyone and welcome back to the Last Base channel. Today I'm very excited to announce you Palach Tournament. This is gonna happen very soon. So this is the second Palach Tournament this year already, and first Palach Tournament I will drop a link in the description if you wanna see how it went. We did pretty well. So Palach also did pretty well in his own tournament. So he donated all his prize money to the second tournament, and as well prize pool of the second tournament as always will be increasing from donations. I use my all Photoshop skills to put all the important data on this screenshot, as I think. So who is Palach? Palach is a organizer of tournaments. It's gonna be his second one, and as well he is a mastermind behind RbbP. He is a mastermind behind Palach Balance mod. So how this mod develops? Usually like small community plays the games on the mod, they give their opinions recorded, but those opinions are not very like representative because sometimes players do casual game and they not perform so well. So that's why Palach mod is based on tournaments. Balance is based on tournaments because in tournaments we have a prize pool and players will try to do their best game to show like what's balanced or not. So the rules are gonna be like pretty straightforward. It's gonna be declaration rule, and you can use one manual combat versus AI once per game. And as well, each side can have only 4 heroes. Registration deadline is November 24. After that, registration is not available. And based on the first tournament, probably we will finish the second one like right before the new DLC comes out. So I put a duration a few months. Duration is not fixed. Usually it's based on like, it's not like you need to play a game like tomorrow with your opponent. No, you have time, you have like a window. You find a common time with your opponent and then you play a game. For example, on our first tournament, I had a long vacation more than a week. Then I came back and I had to play like a few games in a row, but it was okay. So about Palach mod, we will look into the mod later in later videos. We will go line by line. I will drop a link to the mod in the description, so you can check it by yourself before. So the tournament is going to consist of 3 stages. First stage is a group stage, second is the FFA stage, and there is a final stage. So in group stages, people are gonna play round robin format. You play with all of them one by one. If you win, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. And based on your points, you will get into a second stage. So first 2 places will go into king group. Second 2 places will go into like lower bracket. And the last place from each group will already be eliminated. So here we go to FFA stage. By the way, all your points you collect in a group stage, they transition into FFA stage. So for example, if you already won all your games and you're playing last game, you still like will want to win because those points will count towards your progression. So when we go to into FFA stage, upper bracket will do a few FFA games by the following rules. If you win, you get 3 points. If you don't win but don't die, you get 1 point. If you die, you get 0 points. So all players from upper bracket in FFA stage will go into final stage. All players. They will just go in different positions. So from lower bracket of FFA stage, 2 players will go into final stage, 2 players will be eliminated. So how it goes? If you perform very well in FFA stage, you get the first place. By the way, don't forget that points from group stage also count toward FFA stage. If you get maximum points, you basically go here and you're already like on the second place at least. If you are in second place of FFA stage, you go here, so you will have to like have a few combats. So it's very important to perform into FFA stage. Very good. About lower bracket. If you win in lower bracket, you go into a final stage and you still have a chance to win, but you will have to play more games. So what's the issue here? For example, if one of the favorites will not perform very good in group stage, he will go in lower bracket. It's not likely to happen, but it's still possible. And what might happen in FFA stage? Because players will know that you are basically a stronger player than them, and they will try to focus you, so they might kind of unite against you. So if a strong player goes into FFA stage in a lower bracket, he might be in trouble, because everyone will know that he is a strong player and they may target him, because they want to win too. It's gonna be a good strategy. So what's gonna be important for players? Like probably to get into FFA stage upper bracket. Okay, let's move on to the map. Here goes our map setting. I suggest everyone to create this template to test their build, because it has quite specific settings to play on. So first of all, we have unknown trait for the terrain. And for terrain, unknown trait means from this list, coast, continent, divide, and Pangea, what we chose, we will get a random choice. So you can play like on the same map, but you will get one of the 4 options. Then goes World Seals Dormant. As I know, in Palach mod they changed that you get those points faster, or they need them less to reach Seals Victory. So Seals Victory is basically possible in 1v1 game. If you can't push in your opponent's land, opponent doesn't want to push in your land, so you can basically achieve a victory by World Seals. One more portion is Subdued Umbral Abyss. It's basically Umbral Abyss, but without dwellings. Crystal Dwellings. So if you don't know what it is, it was added with Giant King expansion. There is a crystal dwelling in the middle of underground map. It takes a huge part of the underground, but it can give you quest if you're friendly with it. If you're at war with this, you can destroy them. It's quite hard, but it's still possible. There are like other interactions. When you have good points, you can good relations with them, you can buy things from them. So pretty cool expansion. And the last one is a Heavy Fog. So Heavy Fog probably is going to be the hardest one to play with, because when I played on Heavy Fog first time, what you have vision reduced by 2. So by default, your heroes and your units have vision 3. And it reduces -2 if they have vision 1, so they won't see anything further than one hex away from themselves. That's why we will need to use scouts, we will need to use extra vision perks and stuff like that. For duels, map size is gonna be medium, for FFAs it's gonna be small, so you're gonna spawn on top of each other to have like more dynamic game. Even on medium map, what you can do, you can like basically fight on turn 10, it might happen with the spawns, it might happen that you will fight on turn 40 only. So you need to prepare for both early aggression and kinda late game system. Of course, simultaneous turn, nothing else is here. Combat AI is gonna set on challenging mode. World threat normal, challenging here. Pantheon rulers are not allowed, because what we do, we submit basically our builds from the beginning of the tournament. You submit 3 builds, they shouldn't repeat. Ruler and social traits you pick shouldn't repeat between builds, and you cannot play the same build 2 times in a row. For game flow, medium timer, everything here is on default. Okay, I forgot to disable those things before. No ascensions, no Pantheon heroes, of course. Score is gonna be set to fast. To be honest, I'm not sure how it's gonna affect the game. We usually play without scoring system. But as I mentioned before, it's to achieve like your seal victory or magic victory faster. So you don't need to push like in your opponent's domain if he's playing super defensive build and you cannot fight there. Hero resurgence, of course, never, and defeated heroes goes to owner. We can select our own heroes, so we can predefine heroes and select them from the pool, and shops are enabled as well. For combat versus AI always ask, it's done because 1 battle per game you can play manually against AI. Combat versus human as well always asks. When you attack a tier 3 or lower, they count as scouts and you can auto them without asking your opponent. What's interesting? Okay, idle timer is long, so you have more time in battle. Combat retry only against AI and only once per battle. and this option never. Yeah, here goes our map setting. If you have any questions about map or tournament or like anything else, please ask in comments. Later this week we will make a video like a full list of Palach changes. As well, this list I will add in the description for this video, but later this week we will go one by one there too. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like support the streamer, and see you next time. Bye bye.